And so it was really about a leap of faith to delegate and to mesh our Anglo-Saxon Northern culture with this Central America Latino culture, taking the best of both and seeing what we could do to make this a company. Because it's almost like an 80s sitcom. There's always these funny misinterpretations like Three's Company and things that might be taken out of step. And so it's very important to make sure you have boundaries, you have target dates, you have accountability. And if you have these things, it's very easy to have checkpoints to reduce any sort of spillage, a lot of preventative measures. And I'm not a genius, Devin. You're the smart guy that went to law school. I would have probably cheated off you in school. But the thing is, for me, I realized that if you treat people with empathy and you give them benefits of the doubt, sometimes there's wiggle room in regards to the labor law, nothing severe, but if someone's 2 minutes late, it shouldn't be a deal breaker. You shouldn't fire them for that. And so by giving certain second and third chances that I were given growing up and molding, it's enabled me to preserve certain people so they don't spin out of control. It's very labor intensive. You invest so much in somebody, and the worst thing to have is someone leave you without any sort of 2 weeks notice or just something that's unexpected. And so besides the technical side of it, if you have nobody showing up to work, you have no company. And so I wanted to ensure that initially I created a certain company culture where people felt like they belonged and they weren't expendable like some of the larger call centers. And so that's always been my $1 million bit of advice: to get out of your ivory tower offices and walk your roads and know people's names and, acknowledge the work that they're doing that's putting wind in your sails. And that's a good, those are ones that are budding people and paying it forward so they can grow and become future leaders.
No, I think that's all definitely some great piece of advice and insight as to how to go about growing. Now,